few organizations with as rich a history, and this one from Ukraine. And now inspiration meets the inspired. B8, 5 young Ukrainians stepping into the server and doing damage. They've impressed so far. We'll see how they fare versus NAVI. I loved seeing Kensizor saying, you know, I'll beat the rest, but I got a lot of respect for B8.
Understandably so. There's also some links to MPL and Headtrick, time in the NAVI jersey on the other side of the server as we get this one underway. Now NAVI, we saw them absolutely stomp FlyQuest on this map, but they'll have to start on the T side this time round. A little bit tougher out the gates, but this one is looking like a B Leah. 2 players ready for this. MPL high ramp will snap into action off of the Senthiel.
There's that sound cue, and it confirms for the swing. NPL had a chance there. Wonderful's done well. Minimal damage inflicted, an opening kill found.
Lots seen there on the radar, so they already had Kensizor joining this inside setup, but it's also drawn Headtrick over as well. So that leaves in-game leader Alex 666 on yard. And the finish, well, NAVI could head through Pop and still go towards A if they'd like. Starting to probe through. The U2 on Wonderful and Alexi B is what you need to keep your eyes on. It's a possibility to throw the fake towards the B side and then have everybody come sliding out of Pop in towards yard and get past Alex. So lining up those nades now. It does look very fakey.
Yeah, we'll see how much of a rotation that causes.
Everyone's already here.
Alexi B down the ramp. Here's a lick of the flame and a couple of shots heading his way. Long-range Glock, though, not overcommitting to these duels. The bomb slips out to an unguarded A site as Alexi B has sold this one fantastically. Always thought he could be an actor.
All right, well, they're going to give this retake a go. Alex in through the back lines. Kensizor connector. Senthiel through Pop and Headtrick. He's going to be the late piece to join Alex.
A lot of important 1v1's going to go down here, and there's one. Alex has popped ahead of Makaze on the way back in. Now, no kit, so this is already feeling like high pressure from B8. Good catch from B8. Grasses into Kensizor as he crawls. Alex doing damage, though, as he finds his second. Good tracking. B8 has done a masterful double.
Out of time, I think.
I think so, too. Light on time, NAVI. Headtrick's just running around. He knows the job is done. The round is won. And we'll try and preserve the Kev.
Okay, well, all the kills in that round to the Ukrainians on both sides of the server. B8 and Wonderful deliver as Headtrick gets away with his armor. And an extra frag. We likely see the Force come into the next. A good opportunity now to talk about the CT setup. Senthiel will be locking down that B site. We're going to have a combination of Kensizor and MPL, 2 of their nice, sharp, aggressive pieces playing towards Pop and teammate. That leaves in-game leader Alex to pick up the slack over towards Ivy. And, of course, Headtrick on the AWP once they can bring it into play. He's actually going to go with a FAMAS, so...
I've seen enough. I think B8's on.
Okay, all right, well, 1 round, that's all you need.
That's it. That's all I needed.
Lots of team main presence against the Force. Here comes the MP9s up close.
Yeah, I like this close Molotov thrown up by the T side. It stops those MP9s from being so far forward and pushing through the sandwich smoke. No flash required. Kensizor does find Ime. Still an advantage for NAVI. A lot of space to stretch their legs here as it seems like B8 have completely been locked out of this A bomb site early.
Senthiel on the flank again, but still, it's not the weapon for the job. He will get an opportunity against Makaze. Will peer back in. This is his responsibility to clear, and now the information's there, can backpedal out.
It's a little unorthodox. Tucked up in close. Happy to take that close engagement versus the MP9. Now finds a little more distance between him.
I just want to save here, B8. I understand that you are close to this one to go for some jewels, but it's unlikely you get back into this round after Makaze's double out of main. So as this one simmers forward, they will just be opting for the safe, seeing if they can catch an upgrade. But this will be a 2-0 start for NAVI.
That's such like a second round coded Molotov they've thrown as well, just towards the back of red. This just perfectly stops what they probably wanted to do, which was like clamp down, sandwich, and red at the same time.
Yeah, it's great getting to see Train evolve a little bit more, right? Only introduced, or reintroduced this year. Didn't get a lot of play within the first season, starting it a little bit more in the second, and somewhere that NAVI are finding comfort being their map choice against B8. So this is a 2-0 start. They will get the opportunity to bring back in the FAMASes and the MP9. But I have really enjoyed getting to witness this season since Makaze has joined from the Academy roster, another player in the server who's come through that system to be the Bash brother alongside of Ime. Right, on this map, he has to put on the defaults, pressure towards Ivy. Ime gets to play main. You're going to have Alexi alongside a B8 taking the box horse control, and they're Wonderful on the AWP. But the 2 of them on certain maps where they get to partner up for aggressive moves, it helps out Ime a lot, takes away a lot of pressure on him.
You know, pressure. Kensizor's already going to be asking questions of Pop, and he's hit the shot. B8 does better, gets the double before a Senthiel could get to him.
should have a good idea that more players invested over towards brown walls, and yeah, you can see them mollying Pomp to help them get in, but not certain on all the numbers. So still diligent on the clears, players could be lingering.
Hetrick's push is going to put a timer on this. How long will you wait?
It's the biggest flank possible, isn't it? Unless you're going from Ivy the other way around. And he's still a little bit worried, maybe thinking the bomb was down, has to go back and pick it up, but no, they are entrenched on the site now, and they want some space. I like this from Na'Vi, shows the comms are flowing.
Interesting, they want Essential. He's going to be looking at the right direction, and he's perfect for the first. It's an important trade provided by Wonderful. Opens up an avenue into B, they're considering it, and it does look like B will be the final resting place of that bomb.
Alex, does he go for the play? Yes, he does.
He could, and him is not looking the wrong way. Sidelined by the FAMAS.
Hedrick needs to start running.
Forced into the clutch. Buying time is Alex. Hedrick will join him. They have the numbers advantage, but Wonderful has the weaponry. An AK-47, that one-tap potential. Doesn't connect onto the first burst. Closing the gap, running him down, does isolate. Didn't get too much damage inflicted. 8 bullets to work with for Wonderful. Tracking him, loud, trundling forward. Not going to be enough. Wonderful comes up clutch to keep Navi's sheet clean.
Yeah, a couple of confidence boosters early for Wonderful. Pissed around impact and now just to hold them at arm's length. So 3-0, but the guns will now be invested upon. So good to show some bite from Bait. I understand this is not the round conversion, but still keeping the pressure on Navi in the early stages. Bait is a young squad, average age of 21. It's fresh-faced youngsters. For a lot of them, at least the core, it's only their second major. We'll dive more into that as we do get into the first gun round. AWP out for both snipers. Look at this Ivy pressure.
Ooh, this is a little unorthodox. Okay, early Ivy stroll. Lurk smoke keeps attention drawn.
And this is putting pressure on the in-game leader early.
Yeah, Alex has probably got to focus on his gun, focus on his play, leaping through for one. Aggressive, but confirms multiple bodies Ivy. There's so much information attached to that play from Alex.
But look at the radar. Nobody can box them in towards the backlines in CT spawn. So Makazi doesn't know it, but he has an open runway. Hetrick monitors the smoke. This setup right now, they're not moving pieces, Bait. They're pretty static.
We got an AWP head-to-head. Who can react quicker? It's Hetrick. Further away from the smoke, nails it.
Bomb loose. Makazi needs to wait for Emma and Bit to insert themselves in the play. Or does he?
Yeah, it looks like Makaze wants to try and find a belated trade. Oh, Hetrick, did you jump spot for Makaze's shoulder there? It's actually Bit that will catch him. And Kensisor falls as well. Perfect execution from the two of them. Rip apart the A defense. Now it's Essential trying to claw his way back in. A 3-3 on his screen. He leaves with 10 HP. NPL will search. He'll see if he can get anything to start the conversation, to see if Essential will want to be interested. Never mind, he's lost his teammate. Just NPL now. Looks like he's got the drop on Bit. Peeking in though, and that AK primed and ready. First gun round slips down the Swanee, 4-0 for the NAVI side.
Okay, this is if you were Bait, you were hoping to limit them to about 4 rounds in the first half, and they've been able to get 4 straight. So at this point, Madden is going to take a tactical timeout and have a conversation. It allows Blade to get on the mic, but I'd just be saying, good stuff. Right, so far so good. Game plan's going exactly as we had hoped. It'll have to be another limp in investment right now, but you're just looking for these opportunities to try and keep the pressure on Na'Vi, right? Limit the finances, force in some rebuys. This is always going to be a tough way in. It is their map up next.
I mean, things are already going fantastically for Na'Vi. Still a furrowed brow for Blade, but you won the pistol, got the conversions, had a clutch already. Things are flowing. This was a good catch. This was where the advantage was seized only momentarily. Bait did have a 4v3, but it was Bit activating in unison with Im. A perfect replay package to highlight how the A side fell.
And you have to think about the Ivy pressure, right? So that plays and has echoes into future rounds. Normally out of teams, you're going to either go for a B play or an Ivy play early. Odds provided by our official betting partner as we continue this one. Harass nades towards Pomp, light damage done, and they'll get the space ahead of the Flames.
Okay, well, they haven't won out this head-to-head before. Wonderful catches Essential poking his nose, but backs have turned. There's an opportunity. Wonderful. In transition, still gets his eye to the scope. Brutal for Bait. That looked like he had the perfect opportunity, but Wonderful's just too fast, too quick on the trigger.
Okay, well, they've shown Ivy presence, this time a lot of B presence, and this one will be swept under the rug very quickly. This is great form from Na'Vi, and this is what you're hoping to see. I think if anybody is reading a Blade interview and hearing the sentiment out of the camp, right, he is one who is very good at controlling the expectation. And if his teammates are reading that, look, the boss man not putting too much pressure, obviously, you want to win. But knowing what you're dealing with, knowing that you have Makazi in the roster for just this first season, and essentially retooling how you want to approach. It's not just a plug and play. They've actually reformatted some things. And
I just covered my ears.
Well, we know where they're going now, don't we? But we've seen NAVI come into a major not as favourites before.
That's true.
And this is the only organisation that has made it to every single major, number 23. Up against
longevity. That is an achievement. That is an accolade to be boasted.
Oh, for sure.
Something tells me they might try the B side this round.
Well, something tells me Ascenthio has a low on his plate because rotation looks like it might have to be MPL, and he's still lingering around E-Box at the moment. They're looking to set up the boost. Never mind, it'll be Alex, the in-game leader, to join him. The boost is up. They're setting up the B presence now.
Yeah, Hedrick's pushing Ivy, so it frees Alex up to be there.
Yeah, but the info is going to be too late. The rotation will be too far away. They're going to have to pipe in through Pop. They're going to be overrun right now.
Oh, even better. He's actually caught Makaze. Does that lead to second guessing?
It's a 2v4.
Here comes the util, here comes the exec. Pressure from upper from mid. Essential's tucked in. Alex has blocked them with the incendiary for an additional 5. It buys time for Kensor to come through. Needs the flash, needs the frag. Essential tracks nicely, gets his. Kensor chips in, Bit goes down. It's wonderful that's keeping Navi in this round.
They can still pivot. 50 seconds, have the bomb.
They lost him up.
Okay, now it's wonderful in a 1v3. This one's tough.
Yeah, they're beating him to the punch. Look how quick NPL is here. Oh, we're not far off, you know. A quick flick, a quick scope, not gonna hit it. Onto the Glock for a headshot. Okay, what's going on? Now a missed shot from Hedrick. Wonderful is still alive. 2 HP and an opportunity for an ace clutch. There's no way. Hedrick's getting nervous. And he nearly had him on the cross back. 20 seconds, what'll it be? I can't quite believe that I believe.
Well, surely Ascenthio's won this with the flank.
You'd think, right? Pops out of pop.
As soon as he starts planting the bomb, Ascenthio has to spring to action.
It's a perfect plant, Chad. Hedrick stampeding, Essential's the unknown, and he's nailed the shot necessary to get Bait on the board. I have to say, not only have I seen signs of life from Bit, but it seems Wonderful is here to play today as well.
Yeah, 11 kills for him so far, racking him up, but that's Ivy presence there from Hedrick to get them the opener. The B bomb site did well, right? Smoke Molly defense, they were able to really stuff this choke point. That Molly coming in late segregates the fight. They were just set up on the low ramp, ready to take fights as players started to rotate out of con. Good output from Wonderful, gets the bomb down, and well, there wasn't going to be any issues in the buy department. That is guaranteed. So first round on the board. Need to start posting consecutive now for this CT side. They have everything they desire and more. They've gone for team main block smoke. Does that mean more pop presence?
Seems like a priority for Bait on the
I think this is
side.
the same call right now out of Alexi. And you really want to condition towards B. So yeah, it looks like they're going to run with the same move.
And it's the same start from Bait as far as Labour division. Alex will be joining Essential on this side. And it looks like Essential is going to be playing the elevated position here. Very quiet. Kensor has nothing to report main.
Hedrick took some contact. Ivy drops his block smoke, and they're setting up the B execute. So this time, let's see if they can catch them on the timing. And if being in a 5v5.
Oh, beautiful angle from NPL. Gets boosted up and catches Bit Pop.
Okay, so a slightly different look, but still a 5v4 in favor for Bait. Ascenthio, I like this.
Goes looking for answers, and he finds Alexi B. The Kalash finds him, though.
Good damage done. Alex tucks in back of the bomb. Now, do they still want to continue this? 50 seconds. Alex might even consider going for a timing push. We'll just park in towards oil for now. So having faith that they will rotate elsewhere, and that's the right call. At least for now.
Yeah, so Makaze's clearly been called back. Returning to main with only 35 seconds left, though. Trying to sell B. Util comes through. Hedrick's on his way. Kensor also towards the Z connector. NPL positionally sound as he gets himself another, as Bait are looking to take a second round consecutive.
Okay, well, with only 20 seconds left, I think Wonderful's definitely going to be saving it. Oh, maybe Makaze wants to keep on fighting to do some damage. Wonderful's coming over.
They're going.
Okay.
I mean, should be the end of Makaze. NPL has had a fantastic round, and there's just no time for Wonderful to get anything done. Here we go. They got low. A little bit of an opportunity for a misstep from Bait.
Okay, those saves could have gone a long way. Wonderful would have been able to drop another gun.
Oh, yeah.
Makaze would have been able to get one of those, right? And there could have been a few more rifles in the mix. So we'll see how they want to operate forward. I just saw Imma buy and then sell back, but they've gone for this boost 2 rounds in a row. This time it pays off. Stuff from MPL. We know what type of output this guy can find. So not the full investment. A couple of Galils. I think they'll take the pace out of this, avoid the damage from the protocol utility. Next round, 2,400 loss bonus. That's why everyone's left themselves with about 2K. NAVI could still grab some value. And again, the fact that you already have 5 rounds T-side at train, you're happy with that if you're Blade.
Have to admire the restraint. You talk about protocol util. They've been holding on to the majority of theirs. Kensizor's got a full belt.
Yeah, it seems like they understand what they're up against. Here comes the flash.
And not the frag. Kensizor will dip down. We'll block him with a minute to play.
To back to B. Head trick on a rifle with the Senthiel. Playing in the clouds towards the high ramp. Can they shut this one down and deny the plan?
I think a head trick's destined for glory. Loses control of the spray a bit there. Wonderful with able to bring him down. Quick reactions from a Senthiel stops Makase's block.
Should get the bomb in.
Finishing the job. Bomb planted. Extra $600 in a round loss for every single member of NAVI.
Okay, that's going to feel good for someone like Bit who over-invested there. So everyone will be able to buy it. No dramas. Wonderful even get his AWP. Same can't be said for head trick. Unless he gets a drop, I think Alex should be able to hook him up in that department if they want to prioritize the AWP in his hands. Kensizor has been the highest rated player for Bait throughout their campaign so far, from stage 1 to stage 2. And he's the newest addition to the team, joining at the tail end of 2024. They'd overhauled their roster throughout 2024, and in 2025 they obviously make the major in Austin, making it all the way to stage 2 where they were eliminated by Linvision in a 2-2 game. So they're looking to do one better this time round, and they're going up against the big dogs, the big brother, especially of the region, NAVI. A name to be respected, one that these young faces would have been watching for many years.
Something as well worth mentioning is that perhaps for Bait, you know, reps are important. They've kind of warmed into this tournament, a loss in the first best of 1 of stage 1, and since then have just been on the up and up.
And grinders, right? These are the type of players that you see online just playing constant matches. So turning to LAN and then having to deliver this. The oldest player is 24. There's a couple of 19-year-olds in the mix, so see what they can deliver into this one.
Oh,
great
that's
shot.
a lovely opening. Just a flash of bits and a flash of flash. Alexi B running it down. Wonderful catches NPL as well. The job seems done as Alexi B flexes some mechanics.
He had 1 kill. Now he's got 3. And those ones have impact.
And this one's worth a sick round, Chad. You already said they'd be happy and laughing with 5. Damn, and it starts with a head trick opener as well. Very short-lived success. The celebrations are cut short by Alexi B.
Well, now it's about saving. Makazi's lurked out of Ivy. It's Kensizor and Alex. They want to hold on to this. Makazi going around the world. He's calling it awfully clear. Not going to bother with CT spawn, thinking that they would be on the save. So can Makazi be the thorn in the side and grab another kill before this round is done and dusted? Finances are not good for Bait. They could be worse, but they could also be better.
Oh, if he goes up. Oh, he's coming around the corner anyway.
Back
Heading
turns.
for main, yeah, back to back, but not going to be checking.
Alex.
Oh, and that's the end of Alex.
Okay. A loss bonus comes through. Hey, Team of the Year 2024. Copenhagen Major winners. Looking to get back to that type of form. And some great shooting from Alexi.
Damn.
Covering fire there from Wonderful as MPL. Desperately coming through the smoke to be that 3rd prong. Kensizor had 6K, so he's dropped the AWP again. Headtrick gets it once more. A little bit lighter on with U2. A couple of key pieces missing for this one, but still enough to fight forward. It's only 4 yards.
Kensizor taking full main. Straight out of the gate, deep smoke, that confirms it. Wonderful's getting run boosted here. Head Trick does tuck away from the flashbang. Different feeling to this round with the CT's such early control.
They've had some good moves. Last round they had the players in the right place. Alexi just happened.
Yeah.
Right? You had a 3-player B stack and they were heading with quite a few forces towards B. You just didn't deliver the necessary kills.
This is a necessary kill for Head Trick. Oh! What?
All right.
That is a little look at what Makaze does best, just cracking skulls. Sharp shooting onto the sniper. You can see that's pulled Alex away to address the gap. Makaze, oh, he's ready for you, and Alex goes down as clean as the first.
Look at a Sentinel P. What are you meant to do?
Yeah, right.
You're worried about everything.
So they could be, yep, in front of me, behind me.
That's 4 choke points.
Oh, gosh. Jeopardy for a Sentinel, and now they know where you are. Makaze's on the warpath. Not another one, surely. Yeah, Wonderful will secure it.
And save again.
Wow, this is such a well-structured T-side out of NAVI. I'm in awe.
You wonder if that's prep right there, right? Okay, if they go for this main control, does Head Trick like to play this angle? Just because Makaze, the way that he cleared that was a thing of beauty, and then the movement at the end to find, right, clearing out, knowing that he's meant to be playing for info, not just going wide.
Right.
So valuing his life, getting that info, and then being able to relay that information and remove that inside prong. It's a really solid counter-strike right now for NAVI as they do get their 7th. 2 rounds remaining within this first half of play.
You were talking to me over lunch, asking about where we put NAVI.
Well, this is the thing, right? You stomp FlyQuest, that's one thing, right? Okay, you start off your CT side, you're 12-0, that was great. And then you go up against the likes of Imperial in your second game, and it gets a little bit close. So you wonder, oh, is it nervy?
How good are Imperial?
Yeah, right? So you're asking all of those questions.
Didn't Imperial beat Fnatic today? Am I tripping?
They were up against them, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that happened.
It was on Dust too. I think you're right.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's hard to place them. Maybe Imperial are just gamers and NAVI are the real deal.
Well, I think there's no question that NAVI are one of the best teams in this stage. That is without a doubt.
It's just like how much is the gap between the Stage 3 teams and NAVI?
I think everybody, including themselves, have an expectation that they are a Stage 3 team who are starting in Stage 2.
Right,
Getting some warm-up, getting the reps in. Here's Emma, aggression now.
Ooh, I like it. It's up against MP9s, it's risky, and he's going to get spammed down. Great awareness from MPL. He'll catch him. Makaze's taken down Alex, so it doesn't matter if it's an AWP or a rifle. He does seem like he's destined to do something on the Ivy fight. And Alexi will call his dogs off the search. Retooling now, leaving and parking Wonderful on the Ivy side.
This would be a really tough round to lose here if you're Beta after you get that opener. I understand that they don't have the best to buy, but they've actually given you some pace and you've gone 1 for 1. And considering you need something more than 3. So gravitating over towards B, Kensizor, MPL was investigating from Connector. It feels like they're reading the play quite well. As U2 are being lobbed out by Makaze. Sandwich smoke will keep question marks about what really lies in main. Head Trick playing new box, MPL back a bomb. Kensizor, does he stay planted right now? Because it will be the B play. 40 seconds. Oh, never mind. Pivoting pop again.
It's going to be coming down to the wire time-wise. Head Trick that first contact. How good is the clear from Alexi? How good is the spray from Head Trick? Stabilizing for 3. Started off wonky, ends straight as an arrow.
All right, Head Trick, not the flashiest of aim on display there, but regardless, it's the result you were looking for. Makaze tucks tail, opts for the save, and there you go, a 4th. It's hard to be getting too excited about that if you're bait, but if you're able to salvage the 5th round,
it's something.
You get the halftime break, you come back in, you win the pistol, then maybe you can start rolling with a little bit of a momentum. But right now, you would say that NAVI have done the job on this T side.
Would it be fair to kind of categorize the train pick from NAVI as somewhat of like an attempted weakness, targeting a weakness? It doesn't seem like it's a map that's had as much of a rep from B8. You know, I'm looking at their 3 months. As some maps have got 13. This one, Amiga 5.
I think there was definitely other places they could have gone in the map pool. So I thought this could be the third and deciding map of the series.
Okay.
But it's also a map that, if you're feeling really comfortable on, and Blade loves his prep, Alex gets one back.
That's a nice one.
You might be able to identify a lot of key things, key tendencies that you're able to exploit.
This is more than we've seen before as far as bodies.
They don't even need to hang around. You can just leave one player here and just keep working it off.
Oh, they are probing. They are searching. Alexi B's done well onto Kensazor, and confirmation of much more. Bit will catch a Senthiel, pulling out nades, and now look at him. He knows that's the A anchor, or rather the B anchor, excuse me. NPL catches it with his nades out. Makaze, oh, wonderful, wonderful, needs to turn around. The covering fire's not there. It's huge from NPL. It puts Bit into an uncomfortable 1v2. Uncertain as to where Alex is. Knows where NPL was. Starts to try and reposition. As time ticks, more and more options open up for where Bit could have gotten off to. Gets spotted actually, just on the jump up on the lip. Still, they don't find that lead. NPL, huge round out of him. 3 kills. The Ukrainian upstarts doing well up against NAVI. Is 5 enough though?
NAVI kicking things off with the pistol. 5 straight rounds, but B8 finding some form before it's too late. We're going to head to a break. Are they able to collect themselves to pick up the pistol? NPL once donning the NAVI jersey back in Paris at the Major, now up against them in a 2-0 game. Stage 3 awaits for the winner of this, and his 3K has kept the hopes and dreams alive for map number 1. 7-5 on the half, more than par for the course for NAVI, but something that B8 can work with. Let's get this one underway. Swap sides, it look like we're going fast and furious out main.
Couple of spam from Makaze. They're accelerating towards him on the new box. The flashes have caught him. Lovely start. The pathing was there. And so are the frags. Senthiel and Headtrick removing the double. On site, Imed does linger. Wonderful's pushing smoke. Held by Senthiel. He's done well there. Dips away after picking off Headtrick. Makes it into a 2v2. It's Alex, though, with a long-range Glock fight versus USP. It isn't favorable. But the bomb ticking is every second off of that.
They got to fake it at least. Try and draw him out.
There's the tickle. Wonderful. Gets that head-to-head with Senthiel, and now it's Alex having to activate. Im is there, and the 10-second defuse will come through.
Okay, you can understand from Alex's perspective. Doesn't have the sightline on the bomb, doesn't know if they're sticking it, and they're actually running at him. So a little bit unfortunate in that situation. The bomb will go down, but NAVI are going to take it. Both pistols in this one. Wonderful 18 kills, having one of those games. He's a player who has been under a lot of fire. Wonderful. People wanting to see more output from the AWPer. But I will say there is very few AWPers in CS2 who can find elite level output. You got your Monacies of the world, maybe your Shiros, your Zywus. If you're not too far behind that list, I think you're doing all right. Oh,
yeah.
mate, let me not forget Molodoy.
Oh, yeah, no, in fact, he's taken the world by storm.
Okay, so bomb going down does facilitate 3 Galils, MAC-10 and a Tech-9. Ivy presence early.
Are they running? I see a MAC-10. No, he is going to be walking, but it looks like Alexi B's caught wind of it, or at least suspects something fishy afoot. Block smoke on top.
They pop through this. They could do with a flash.
I think he's kind of playing this corner to be anti, and it looks like they're going to call it off.
Okay, well, the pressure has at least drawn out some Utah, which you know is going to be lighter into the second round, right? They can't have all the rifles and all the nades. It's a choice between firepower and utility. So if that's what they were hoping for, they have been able to draw out a smoke early. There's still 3 on the board for Navi to continue to block with as we take a look at this CT setup. It is just Bit, and he's actually playing for a lot of information.
Oops.
A missed smoke. If they were hoping for the lurky number, that one has not landed. Those are the unforced errors you cannot be making. Bit tucks in, Imma rotates over. Bit is playing.
Oh, full committed to that.
For full frags, yeah. That's what I was saying. The fact that he tucked in there, I love it.
Whew,
More info, and now he's out. Beautiful from Bit.
He's done very well. Feels uncomfortable if you're Bait, not only operating with a disadvantage, but that clock is ticking down. Looking at the pop side, it's Mikaze playing E-Box, and he's got support from Wonderful as well. There's a more block util. Feels like they've got infinite incendiaries. That is the last of them, I promise. Mikaze plays up close. Wonderful gets further forward to be that first port of call. They're running out of time, chat. Alex gets 1, 2 down in the feed. Favoring Bait, there's Imma with 3. No, just 2.5. Alexi B gets it done, though. Nothing for Alex. A little late to the party. He will take 2, but Alexi just has to live, hide in the corner. Not enough time. Threatening.
Great damage, and I'm interested to see now what that means for the next round, because on the T side, in this type of situation, knowing that you've taken 4 of the 5 rifles, maybe you'd want to invest again. Now, yeah, take a timeout to have that conversation. Get the coach on the mic, because this is a big one. This is essentially where you decide, are we going all in and we lose it? We probably lose the map with it, or do we take the conservative approach? Now, the bigger issue is, sure, Alex has this Galil carried through, but his loss bonus is going to be in a tougher position going forward than everybody else's. So you got a double-edged sword with the choice that you're about to make. I don't envy the position they're in right now, even though they did do all of that damage. So you know that you've got Navi's finances teetering. It's very enticing to want to buy, to knock it out, and then take control of the economy early. Then they'll go into a force buy that will be light on. Feels like they're going for the best of both worlds. So it works out quite nicely, especially if they get the bomb down. So Alex with the loss bonus that was left over, it was 1k, excuse me, not the loss bonus, but the kills, the residual cash that he had. So he's going to get plus 2,900 on top of that. So we'll put him in Galil range. Oh, okay. Well, that wouldn't be the first time we've had that type of conversation.
Zor just goes swinging with that Tech-9, finding nothing but death.
Okay, and now these investments are a little bit in vain, aren't they? This round is done. Maybe an opportunity for Navi to be able to reset. We have had these comm segments that we've checked in on. It's a bit of a low HP, okay.
Wait.
I put it back in the bottle.
Yeah, actually.
Wonderful is low.
Mikaze playing actively, and Essential may have caught wind of him there. They might peek from 2 different elevations, and he's just going to fall back, try and throw the smoke. They don't accelerate off of that.
And they don't need to. Still have time. Don't throw this one away. You've actually drawn yourself back into a winnable situation from what was at 3v5. Alexi with an interesting push. Does he play to contain?
Oh, catches the headshot to Hedrick, and he spotted another.
And he's away.
That's the most important part. Not going to be forced and tucked and hard cleared. Now does get awkward once more.
That's really annoying from Alexi. Great work from the in-game leader to put them in the power position. You see how much Wonderful is valuing. Just playing in con jiggling. Checking out front bomb and the sandwich cross. But they are out main, so do have some space to work with.
They want Makaze so bad, and a missed shot. Not easy to hit on the moving elevation of the stairs. Wonderful closes it down. Okay. I mean, that's got to be, what, 20 frags now?
21.
21 and counting from Wonderful.
10 higher than anybody else on his team. So he's having a game, and remember that clutch in the early stage of that first half as well. So there's been some shaky moments in the first couple of rounds of each half for NAVI. And that's likely why Alexi, that we saw there in what was transcribed with the comms, saying, hey, everybody, relax, we still won the round. You're in a very strong position after your first half, after all. I know it's MR12 and the game can slip away quickly, but still. Oh, missed smoke, I believe, from B8 towards Yarn. That's another one that hasn't quite landed. You can see it there just in the middle of new box, not really covering camera, not covering sandwich.
Bit rough around the edges, perhaps, on this T-side util. Couple of unforced errors in that department.
Well, no harass pop, just this AWP on the line.
Kensazor's usually good for a jiggle or two, but this time actually just gets his boots blown off. Wonderful passes that reaction speed test.
Kensazor, where you going, mate? You have the bomb.
Ah, he's been alerted.
Yeah. Not only did you get legged, you were on your lonesome pushing up Pop Dog with the bomb on your back. Now, the fact that you've taken that contact, Alex is going to throw this, right? And the idea behind this smoke is to make them think it still could be a Yarn play, but they haven't really put any pressure over towards Ivy. This time the smoke lands. Wonderful takes another shot. But there's still 2 players on B to deal with this, and they're playing smoke molly defense. Look at both of them on the back. As soon as the user comes, then they drop their nades. Here it comes.
And you might lose them on the way in, burning through. Look at their health just rotting to the core. NPL important, removing Bit, and now Imes feels vulnerable. They're holding for you, and they will find you. NPL fakes him out, frags him down. A 3-on-4 advantage B with the bomb now planted. This is a must-win, must-convert to keep the conversation alive of a competitive train.
No kit.
Actually be on the way in. There's Makaze, finds that elevation and removes NPL, anticipating the lurk out of Alex. He's timed it well. There is a kit down. This gets uncomfortable for Na'Vi. They're running light on time. Wonderful will pick up the kit. Here's the Alex flank, perfectly timed. Catches them looking the wrong way. Makaze falls, and it's a bait round after all.
Okay, nice round indeed. I love that fake from MPL. He's in the site. He could have just punched in the digits, but wanted to draw out any rats that were in the system. Catches Immet, wanting to deny that. And that right there is them breaking through. A round now for their T side.
Crispy finish.
Oh, well, they forced in. A couple of MP9s, a couple of 5.7s, and 1 M4. You can break them here, B8, and this one could be worth 2.
Wonderful's going to set him up. Him and Makaze. Bit of a team flash on that one, not going to cost them. And that would have been audible. Oh, there's more actually, so plays on plays. And this flash, oh, it doesn't catch Kensazor. Still Alexi finds him, but with head trick connecting on the AWP, reveals at least where another one was. Blocked on Ivy and retooling. Bomb maneuvering back. It's Makaze versus an AK on a Senthiel. How has he won that? Huge, huge from Makaze. Better from Bit. Short-lived successes just after you get yourself on the board, get the ball rolling. It's immediately taken back by Na'Vi.
That was way back in, and head trick, you're dead. Oh, okay, maybe not. I spoke too soon. He should be dead.
He should be.
See how long he gets to live with this AWP. I don't think they'll allow him to hold on to it.
But then, so should Makaze. I mean, I don't know how he's done that. Decent range, a Senthiel with the weapon, doesn't matter. It's a powerful pistol, and Makaze is a powerful player. Definitely seems to be kind of, you know, he's settling in. It's a project to integrate a whole, you know, an academy talent into a tier 1 roster.
But this is it, right? The expectation on these young faces to perform at the highest level of Counter-Strike in a stressful environment, it seems to be extremely high when everybody should be given a little bit of time to work in.
I have a name for that.
Is it Donk?
It's the Donk delusion.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's a great term for it. I think Donk has kind of shattered everybody's level of expectation of what is realistically possible.
Yeah, for these rookies. I mean, I think he is entirely responsible, or majority responsible, for the expectations set on your Jacobs of the world, your Makazes.
That's fair. I like the framing, and they do let him hold on to the AWP. So something carried through with the ability to bring out 2 AKs, a Galil, and likely something lighter.
He wasn't blind. He's right.
But you still won the round. And you get yourself up to 11. Just 2 more rounds required on your map choice. Nope, just making sure he remembers the strats.
It's just baffling to me how like all of these Navi listenings, those little bits, it seems like they're like in a really intense, like 11-11 scoreline.
Look, if you're Blade, you would happily not have to prep for extra games.
Yeah, yeah.
And not only that, show less of your playbook.
Of course, especially when you know what you're going into. There's the shark-infested waters of stage 3 if you win. Bomb's gonna walk through this. Alexi's in that anti-flash angle.
Wonderful here as well.
Util. Is it going to be a flash through? Wonderful touch on the deep corner. Anti, I love this setup.
Oh, they're reading this well.
They're just going to play the fade. So Alexi B, is he going to try and get that first contact? Oh, actually, they're going to throw nades from either side. So info, flash connects onto Kensizor. Here's the response. Not a great Molotov can path in front of it, though. Nade supporting great. Look at them, just team play on display. There's 2 rifles, a nade from a 3rd. Now they swing, and there they go. Essential in the meantime caught 1, but it's still falling apart at the seams. Essential's been spotted and executed. 12th on the board, multi-kill from Wonderful and Bit. Everyone playing their part. This is looking like a well-oiled machine, Chad. This Na'Vi, they are no slouch.
Yeah, some of the unforced errors of mispreview pieces of utility definitely don't help, but we do turn into Bates' map choice next, so you're hoping to see a better face for a competitive affair in this type of a game, especially just for the youngsters. But for Na'Vi, continues, as you're talking about here, to give some confidence going forward. And we've definitely seen some disparities in levels of play from stage to stage, but Wonderful right now he has come to lock that in. It's going to be hodgepodge for the final round. What can you afford? What util is required for the call for this final round? Mac 10, Tech 9, 3 Galils. Only 1 T-side round to your name. You don't even have a rhythm. You might just try brute force. Have to extinguish, flash and go.
He's running. Im is dead. Big find. Bakasi can tumble as well. Just the one. Alex watching from the sidelines. And an advantage for Bait. Oh, only for a minute. NPL
Bit's already here. Bit's already here.
They're not ready for that. Oh, they're so comfortable. Na'Vi just run them down. Caution to the wind. You got 6 rounds to play with, but we are going to finish it right here and now, round 19. And there's Hetrick, the last piece to fall down. Na'Vi, that is a statement win. First map of the series goes their way in dominant fashion.
Yeah, Na'Vi hoping to speed run stage 2 of the StarLadder Budapest Major. Bait need to go have a quick chat and pick themselves up. This one ain't done yet, and they got more opportunities even if they lose.
What I get from Alexi B, I definitely know what I get from Bit. One player that I'm not necessarily sure what I get from is Makasi. So test Makasi, see if you can isolate him in certain duels, apply pressure to where he's defending, and then maybe there's a bit of an opening, because he's still, to me, the big question mark. Is he fully integrated into Na'Vi now, and does he find the impact needed in order to be a difference maker for them? I'm not sure yet, and we could find out now.
Well, this is the time that we get an answer to that question. Can Na'Vi make it through to stage 3 in 2 maps?
Yeah, stage 3 is just one Mirage away for Na'Vi. The desk doubting whether a Bait can take this the distance. Chad, do you have any sort of hope for them?
Not with that pistol stat at 1 for 5 within the stage. They were 5 for 5 in stage 1. But that could change right here, right now. Or Mirage would start tipping the scales.
Yeah, we've seen Bait in stage 1 on this map. Kensizor put the whole team on his back. May need a little standout individual performance to get those juices flowing. You can see the setup here is strong. Makazi on the short side is to be tested. It's Alex that gets warded away. Block smoke, Wonderful up close. Makazi's losing vision. Oh, but he's not missing a beat. Alexi B with 2. Makaze a chip in. Alexi brought down now by Hetrick. They have access to the site. Hetrick drops in, boots on the ground. Long range Glock duel, not comfortable. Backing away. bullets aren't connecting. Those silenced USP just picking them apart. And that's another one for the loss column in their pistol stats. Stage 2 has not been kind to them.
No, and a lot of nuggets to take away from that death segment with Ted, Pimp, and Freya there. Obviously talking about wonderful performance on this map. Wonderful is the highest rated player of Stage 2 so far. Bit is number 2. So obviously when you're blowing teams out of the water like FlyQuest, it's definitely going to make the stat line look a whole lot better. But you have to play well to blow teams out of the water in the way you did.
But I just took a look, and the highest rating was that train right there against Bait. A 2-point-something from Wonderful on the first map of this series.
Yeah, well, in that first map, both pistols, you had 2 clutches go in your favor, nothing for Bait.
Sure.
Opening kills, there was only 1 frag the difference, so that's not an indicator. But the pistols and the clutches definitely are as we find ourselves into the eco.
So I've seen people doing this jump spot now. Is this just because people got so good at hitting that deagle headshot on the jump across to the right? Back in my day, it used to be more of a whole arcing rainbow jump, you know?
I think it depends on the type of buy that you're going up against, but depending on what type of jump spot you want to go for. Obviously, the players who are going a little bit too high with the arc, they're going to be punished by AWPers, even some really good riflers, all the deagles on rounds like this.
He gets enough info there. Makaze surely going to farm himself up a couple here. Wow. A couple of headshots from those Glocks. Makes him a little nervous, but nothing too scary. It's scary now. Kensizzle, how has he got 2 of them? Now scoops up a FAMAS. They want to try and fight Imet. Backup's on its way, gets cut down. It's very, very expensive. How has it come down to this? A 1 versus 1 closed out by Wonderful, but that is one hell of a financial burden.
All right, let's bring everybody back down to earth for a second. That's exactly what happened to start both halves of the last map. The first, 3 to 4 rounds were relatively close, where lighter buys. Now, I know that was an eco.
Yeah.
Right? Those ones are a little bit different, but still, these rounds where Navi feel like they should have, a massive advantage, they're giving away a few too many guns.
You know Blade's
They bicker a little bit, and then they course correct. So let's see if that continues.
I think Blade's going to follow StarLadder's book, just put it in slow-mo. Make him watch that whole round in 0.25. Imet, oh my god, early fight, and he's kind of committed, chap. He needs the kill, and he's found it. Now support swings in, and Headtrick removes it. Another required. Alexi B quickly takes the place of Makaze and wins it out. Imet could burn down. Missed Molotov, though, so he lives on. It's bit traded out by Alex, but the bodies just keep on dropping in favor of Navi.
Oh, these have been some high-octane rounds, but Navi, their first rifle run was clear. They wanted to biff in middle, and biff they do. Put another one in the column, and that is rapid.
That's really fast. That was the first gun, just gone.
Yeah, and you could see everybody was drawn towards the mid-fight, so understanding they don't want to allow any map control to be established from Bait on a default. So regardless of how many you give away to the Glocks, when you win a round like that, they're back down to pistols. 3 rounds, no plants. Top cat, window, insta, but over towards A with the execute. Bit is the A anchor. Emma will be able to support from Con, wonderful from window. Wow. And that is a well-placed nade as here they come.
Yeah, Kensizzle's got to try and make it work with the 50
Defensive
HP.
smoke.
Defensive smoke and a defensive frag.
Oh, come on in.
Yeah, the water's warm for him, gets 2. Could lead to a plant, I suppose, if you're looking for a silver lining to your half investment. Looks like they're going to be tasked with that now. Headtrick's the one with the bomb on his back.
He'd love to just get it down. You haven't got a plant yet.
He's faking it out.
Oh, misthrown nade. Now you won't get a chance to plant.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Alexi finishes the job. I've seen this a couple of times with Bait in particular. They are quite hesitant to just get the extra cash. And that's Coach Madden going, yeah, maybe we should have planted.
Well, they could buy regardless, but no Headtrick AWP.
Just extra cash is nice.
Oh,
you know?
It is. We all like more money.
Yeah.
More of everything isn't more, but more money definitely is.
A universal of truth. You're in a 2v4, no one's immediately shooting at you. Just have a go.
Okay, well, Wonderful will get his AWP. Kazi makes the move.
Lovely to see a short player with the smooth moves, and Alexi B does start off with some rather telegraphed positioning. He started with a wall bang, throws that smoke off. They might try and punish him here. Yeah, they are. They're walking through. They know it's going to be likely short-centric from that trajectory. Oh, Alexi B catches 1. A second from Alexi. Impeccable output to start off Mirage. Now, the bomb will make its way in. Imet arrives market to try and lend a hand. Bomb being planted. MPL gets it in. He's got a lot of util. He's going to try and dump it a little. Flash catches Makaze, so does the spam through the smoke. NPL makes it a 3-on-3. Oh, Alex is flanking wonderful. This is opportunistic. Beautiful find. Up to him for the double. Couldn't do it. Bit the late arrival. The A-anchor. Looking to close on B. Knows where Alex was. Throws out a good molly as well. That incendiary really limits what Alex can do here. It's not blind for him. It doesn't matter. Alex hits the headshot first and Bait get on the board.
Okay, Bit could have just sat that there and Alex would have had to have ran it in with where that bomb was planted, but Bit wanted to get it done with the bullets. And that right there is going to cost them the round, so 4-1. Yeah, this timing, you think, okay, they pipped him, but no, Alexi, cognizant, gets the first onto Kenzizor, who throughout the campaign at the Major so far has been the highest rated player on the T side in Mirage. We've witnessed it with our own eyes.
Nice.
And you hope that's the first of many. Navi can buy back in, but there's an emission. Alexi just going to operate with a 5-7. Again, they really want to gravitate towards mid Navi, right? You see some teams, they'll give over the mid space. Navi want to fight. They don't want to let you set up your default. They don't want to give you the space.
I mean, you saw that first gun round, right? Everyone were happy to fight. It worked out wonderfully in their favor. This one isn't going to go that way. On the fade of the smoke. Wonderful, yeah, he catches wind of Kenzizor. An opening death. Bait have to stomach a 4-on-5 disadvantage.
Well, Wonderful had the most opening kills on Train, a total of 5, adding more to the tally here.
Two smokes invested to seal that mid-control.
Boost up for Alexi, so he gets to play close range with the 5-7, and the bomb is heading his way. They've been able to get some short space, and peel back in through underpass to join Hedrick and Ascenthiel. Alexi should be good for at least one. Oh, that smoke's a little bit deep.
Ooh. It's going to be a weird one, but if they run through it, Alexi's there to greet them. Ascenthiel's done well. Takes that 5-7 out, and now McCarthy's just trying to play to live, play to delay. And dead to the orb. Nice from Hedrick. Posted up and punishes.
So break the money.
It certainly should. That's if Bit doesn't play for it. Wonderful's got the orb. It feels like something he wants to save. And yeah, I think Na'Vi think twice about going for it.
Okay.
Despite Bit's desires.
And Wonderful's opener. So that right there is a great round for Bait to be able to pull back into contention. MPL already silently on this hunt. He might be quicker than they're expecting. As long as Wonderful holds onto the AWP, but look how quick MPL is.
Yeah, he's not expecting this one.
Well, there'll be a bleed after this.
Yeah. See ya. No AWP for Wonderful. That was the most prized possession of the save, so he's done very well with his proactive hunt.
Yeah, if you have the AWP in the AK, it really opens up a lot of options. Right, you obviously don't have to play your standard positions every round. They could have moved Bit anywhere with that AK to try and find them an opener. He'll still be able to do so, but now that Wonderful's all, right, you could have put Wonderful ticket, you could have played like a heavy B setup, set Wonderful up with a B boost, get him to probe deep towards the halls. That smoke was misthrown though, right? It was, I said deep, from Alexi's perspective, shallow.
Yes.
Right, so deep for the T is actually giving them more to path through and be able to explode out.
And what's funny is if it had been deeper, you'd have said Alexi's guaranteed to get one.
Well, the odds provided by our official betting partner, and understandably so, favouring Na'Vi. But we will see them now have to take the eco with the saved AK. So Bit is going to start up towards the vent room.
He does absolutely nothing. So should be a comfortable one to make it just a one-round game.
Oh, okay. McCarthy not ready for that at all. Makes sense. The AWP in vent room on its own as they'll just be able to continue to sweep these ones under the rug. A dink here for Ascenthiel. He might go down. Defensive molly. Going to run through it, and he's handled that with poison grace. Great stuff there. Confidence building now. 4-3, one-round gap. And this is looking more like it. Important as well for Alexi to have those signals, right? You can definitely look around and you can see what your teammates have, but if your teammates all just here, M4's no AWP, you understand what type of setups are going to be available, right? Because you could run different setups with the AWP. Wonderful's going to be a bit more limited in his approach within this one, and Blade wants to get on the mic with an early tactical timeout.
I prepared a fun fact for you today, Chad.
Oh, it's your turn on the fun facts.
Yes, indeed. Well, I mean, it feels like this match is very Ukrainian themed.
Okay, it
and
is indeed.
I can go deeper.
Okay.
I can go deeper. The B8 logo. Have you ever taken a closer look at that? That little hook in the 8?
Yes.
Well, you know, the organization was founded by one of the most legendary names in Dota by the name of Dendy.
Oh, I know the man.
A Ukrainian. Well, he founded the org, but he's also best known for playing the hero Pudge, whose signature move is throwing the hook on a chain. It's all linked. It's all interwoven. And I think that's pretty fun.
No, it is a fun fact.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I already knew that fact, but I thought there's some people at home who didn't, right?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of people who are probably not too familiar with that. Well, right now, it's just bit on A, and they are whirring into an A split quite quickly.
They are.
Wonderful's pushed away from this. If they slink up Con...
Bit's playing retake A. Well, he won't be a part of it, and neither will Wonderful. Mikaze clawing him back straight into the round. Mid is clear, he says with a smile on his face, now starting to progress for that plant. Still no plant, actually. Where's Headtrick? Taking his sweet time, just coming up the ramp now. In there, onto CT as well. Mikaze, in there, actually hits up onto Kenzazor, enables Mikaze to charge further forward. A little smoke dribbled forward to enable a push.
Bomb will go down.
Okay, how do they play this? Essential trying to find another angle, but it costs him his life. It's Headtrick in the clutch. Alexi B further forward than he may have liked. Not considering it whatsoever, going to get side-swiped. Alexi B picks it up. Mikaze quickly rectifies the problem there. Massive find with a double in mid.
Okay, well, that is great from Mikaze, right? Obviously, young man getting the job done.
Like, the site collapsed, and it doesn't look like it's too much of a sweat on the brow.
No, Bit was mid-site, so he's relatively committed to Jules in that position. He's fortunate there that Mikaze bowed them out.
No, I thought he was tuck ticket. Okay, so he was actually trying to take the fight early. Wondered how he went down early. Yeah, triple kill indeed. Very nonchalant about it. And Pimp was asking, maybe you should test Mikaze. I'd suggest maybe you don't. You don't want to awaken him. High impact triple.
Still got the money to buy back in.
That's a dream start. And Orb starts Palace, and with no smoke, he catches the Stairs player immediately.
And that should activate MPL, knowing that the Con player is down. So you might be able to find an easier way through, especially once your teammates start to identify Mikaze's position, Wonderful's position.
He spotted MPL there.
Oh, he's forced forward by the Bottle of Flame. Bomb still down towards T-Spawn. The finish, not clear yet.
But the Finn, fragging up a Storm. 9 and 5 for Alexi B as it starts. Trying to claw their way back into this disadvantaged position. They did it in the previous, of course, saw plenty of that on Train. But for B8, this is one of those ones where you have to be able to play it by the book. Convert this opportunity gifted to you by Headtrick's opening. Looks like Bit is going to be stubborn about this con fight. He's managed to remove the first. It's a big ask onto the second. MPL will trade out.
Alexi's the Joker here.
Yeah, they might overlook him. Nameplate Counter-Strike dictates he's on B. Little do they know, he resides. There were 2 backs on his absolutely nothing. Agonizing for Alexi.
He got fortunate with the lineup in the previous round. This time,
quite the opposite.
And that'll be the 4th for B8, as Wonderful is going to attempt the save right now. They're going to attempt to track him down. Headtrick already scampering towards action through T-Spawn. MPL over towards middle, and Ascenthia will be staying with the bomb. So at the moment, it looks like Wonderful might get to retain this, but still, plenty of time left before that bomb goes off. Headtrick's not moving a muscle, so it looks good in the hood for Wonderful to retain this. 1900 lost into the next. Maybe Blade will want to take another timeout just to discuss this situation. Wonderful will be able to drop an M4.
I'm curious as to whether or not we've got equal division of support. It feels like Navi should have the edge here, but I'll just do a quick temperature check. Budapest, who thinks this is going to a third map? Oh, okay, yeah, it's all Navi.
Well, you tried.
I tried.
But you got what you were looking for. You dipped your toe in the water and you understand.
Okay, it's Navi-centric. A lot of love for Navi in the building today.
Okay, so just going to take some partial investments behind the saved AWP as Blade flicks through his notes. 2400 into the next, we'll be able to get the full buy. Didn't want to drop an M4 and upgrade into some MP9s. Understandable. NAVI like to do things in a bit more of a traditional sense. But it doesn't mean this round isn't winnable. Wonderful insert himself in the conversation. Search towards A, now moving back towards Con. Knows he needs to keep moving. Oh, head spotted.
Yep. Ooh, they were playing to try and punish that, but MPL gets his gun out in time. He's not ready for a second. Maybe Mikaze could do some parkour. Not necessary. Wonderful's done the job for them. That's a very long range for a 5-7 to try and trifle with him. Oh, he's dead. He's surely a dead man. What do? You just burn down or you run it out, and Alex tracks you. Well-placed incendiary, or rather Molotov.
Well, surely you think you should just be able to put this one in now.
You would think that, but Wonderful has remained dynamic. Potential for more hijinks from the sniper.
Alex might get caught here.
And he has been.
Oh,
Alexi B, a couple of screamers back-to-back. Bit picks up the pieces. They're into B, though. Wonderful in a good position, knocks off the boots of Kensizor once more. That's the kill that seals the round. Essential removes the threat.
Okay, is Bit going to come over, or does he want to hold on to that AK-47? He's relatively quick on the flank, so might just give it a look. Absolute best case, there is a kit on Wonderful's corpse over towards short.
Oh, and he's just heard them juggling that AWP away. Held by head trick though. Yes. It's actually Kensizor, excuse me. I just saw the AWP and assumed Kensizor kept hold of it for a moment longer and utilizes it to close.
Well, they've timed things up now, and this is still with the woes on the pistols, right? So at the moment they were, what, 1 and 6? They were 1 and 5 before coming into this, and they unable to get the conversion on their map choice. We'll see how bad it really gets when we swap sides, but we've still got 2 more rounds.
I found it funny that Mikaze waited a couple of seconds before moving, as if like, what, he's like teleported or something.
Maybe just hoping that they glance away.
Yeah.
Opens a window.
Respect.
Bit of a change right now coming out of bait. Oh,
and a change coming out of Wonderful. Straight pick.
Well, they are heading over towards B for this execute. Do they still follow through with this after being down a man?
Looks like they will. Alexi B gets a little ahead of it, actually. That's a really well-timed smoke. They're coming through it.
Yeah, they have to go.
Mikaze, he's revealed his setup. Nice flick up. Alexi B finishes off the job. That's a big one back. Essential caught down by Mikaze. His kill's coming in 2s right now. Will that second be his? Yes, it will. Removes MPL. The job is done. The B site defended and a 6th on the board for CT side Mirage.
Okay, so I think NAVI are really going to want to eke out one more before the halftime break. 6-6 is fine, but I think at the moment you'd be really pushing for the 7th if you're Blade. Good opener from Wonderful.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even need your teammate to break the smoke. You just pull the trigger and nail it. Whoa, how is he ready for the bench headshot angle? Mikaze did well there.
Okay, so again, Alex...
Okay.
Alex in-game leader goes middle, sells the control. The rest of them are grouped up for the execute. So you two are being juggled right now for MPL to be able to lob them in. Alex will come over and join this. He's Bit on the site. Again, that support network of Wonderful and Imma not too far away, jungle and window. Bit has the ability to drop out of defensive smoke. Imma also has U2. If there's a smoke wall, Imma could break it open as they start to path in.
Okay, now Bit's going to be communicating they're coming.
There's
and
the
that's that defensive smoke. Palace, oh, he controls the spray. He's done well to get 1. They're going to plant in that. Thank you very much, Bit. He lines them up.
Denied!
Denied by Imma. Perfect, precise spray. Denies the plant, makes things very awkward for Bait. They're going to have to play for kills now.
These smokes are fading.
Yeah, they are. They're open, exposed. MPL knows he's got to be active, and so does Imma. Catches him on the close wall. Such good awareness. NAVI, a dominating string of rounds to close it out. Double to end it with 7.
Again, it's about the pistols. They grab it, they get the conversion. It's off to a hot start with a couple of wobbles. NAVI are just 1/2 away from locking themselves in from where they belong at stage 3. NAVI have had a 2025 that is below their standards. A roster change, and now they bring in MTK Major rookie straight into stage 2, looking to book their spot in stage 3. Now, I say below their standards. They've still made the playoffs of prestige events like Katowice, Cologne, the Blast TV Austin Major, and looking to keep that form going here in Budapest. So it hasn't been a great year, but it could be worse.
I had my doubts, man. It was like last place exit in Chengdu, China, and now you're, coming into the major. That's your event before the major.
Well, form is king, right? So understandable. But a boot camp and eyes on the prize. The majors is where you want to put on your best form.
Yeah,
right now, B8 want to pick up a pistol because they haven't been showing any of those.
Yeah, you're right. This would just be their second pistol in the second stage. Feels like a necessity.
And you're playing retake, eh?
Yeah, okay. Well,
at least you got the smoke in the kit.
Yeah. Captain Alex has got you covered. That's if he doesn't lose it. Looks like MTK wants to take it away from him. He's got support of Head Trick and even a third. It's Enfield coming on in. Okay, lots of bodies. Lots of bodies. A team kill from him. He's going to have to back away. Cost him his life. A man advantage in a smoke kit. Bit's got to hit some shots. He does so nicely. Taps away at Kensizor once more, gonna go swinging, held, nice adjustment, it's Bit and wonderful, getting that job done. Again, just struggling to pick up a pistol of bait.
And NAVI even helped you out there with the TK, so 4 from 4 in the pistol department. And we all know what that means is, we'll get this one again in the highlights. Just to, they don't look too pressured in these situations. Obviously, a bit close towards Ticket, it looks a bit sketchier, but for wonderful at range, Alexi the same. And MPL trying to keep those frustrations bottled. You don't have a head-to-head against NAVI. This is the first time you're locking horns with them. And you knew it was going to be tough. The interview that we had, or I guess the crosscuts, right? Oh, there we go. We're going to team out middle. Should be a farm fest. Hold up. Nothing to worry about. It's just the starters. They were saying that playing against a team like NAVI...
Ay caramba.
Gentlemen.
Oh, why is this happening?
But
why do my eyes have to watch?
This is look. This is the 4th time this has happened. All right.
Okay, Blade is going to make them watch that one in slow motion.
Well, yeah. What's been the problem with this series so far, guys? We've struggled in the early stages against the lighter buys. This is a full eco again.
Bit really has got it all to do. A round conversion like this, I mean, who needs a pistol when you can win a full eco?
Well, it's going to be the timing right now.
Is Hedrick going to catch him before he gets to Con?
I don't think so. Bit
oh, sorry, he's going short.
Unless
yeah, okay.
he hits the brakes, and it doesn't look like he's going to do that. The thing is, MPL will be able to come through B-Abs. Bit is aware that that's a possibility. Hedrick's not moving a muscle. He's worrying about Con right now. So they were trying to cut him off at the pass, but Bit's been able to get the bomb, been able to find the path of least resistance up short, and he should be able to plant. And now at this point, even has a smoke to block off one of these choke points.
Yeah, it gets infinitely more difficult now. And
Hedrick's still searching A. The pennies just dropped now. They only know it's B at this moment. So no kid, eco. Oh dear.
Okay, he hears them. Confirmation of their approach. He brings the fight.
Oh!
Hedrick there for the trade!
Okay. Well, that defuse will come through, and maybe I should have been worried. Those rocky starts, you can only get away with it so many times now. B8, it's not the pistol, but it might be better.
That was like 2 Galil whiffs into a Mac 10 whiff. I mean, the Galil spray is funky. No one's denying it. It's a funky spray.
You can't be losing to a full eco like this.
Oh.
You wonder if it's really going to cost them, but still, in review, your main focus is going to be on these early stages. And the fact that he doesn't get the lineup there.
It's not an over-celebration. You did just win a full eco.
There's still a lot of hard work to be done. This does draw them back in just the 2-round gap and sets them up nicely. But if you can win this force, then you can celebrate that eco win. Scout Galil, pistol upgrades, window smoke, top cat comes in, all very standard right now.
Looks like they're going to try and boost. NPL is their target. And NPL goes down with empty hands in that mid-window position. Nate doesn't do too much. MTK down to 73, but that's the opening they were looking for. Na'Vi's playbook shifting now for the finish.
Yeah, immediate reroute, but Hedrick and Alex, they've partnered up and they're going to go for a two-man palace push, so they might be able to catch Bit here.
It does look like a collision course is set. A missed window smoke not going to cost them too much. Alex in this forward position. I think Bit is going to be pre-firing corners. Maybe he spotted one of Hedrick, but...
Does that change the call, though? Because presence in palace has been noted. If anything, now Imma joins Bit. Alex is more forward.
Oh, it's about the trade here. Imma. Oh, he can't react. A lovely spray. A double kill from Alex should secure them access to a round and to a broken finance of Na'Vi. Unless that scout hits another shot. He does tag up Hedrick on triple, makes things very vulnerable. He's susceptible to the wall bang. Alexi B escorted forward by that scout. Mikaze lingers in middle. It's Alexi B next to play. And Hedrick does swing on now. Messy spray. Push through the smoke, though. Alex is coming through that palace smoke. Alexi B will finish what the scout started. There's Alex. 10 seconds as the CT smoke is thrown from the grave. Hang on. It falls to Essential. Does he want to play for the denial? Covers there. Bomb goes down. A 1v2 for Essential. Running out of ammo and health. 5 bullets up against 2 members of Na'Vi. Losing against the full eco, but maybe redeeming themselves into this one. Essential just doesn't have the health. Doesn't have any hope. Na'Vi bounce back immediately.
And now you can see why MPL wasn't celebrating. He knows every round is going to be tough. Na'Vi finding the solutions. Imma with the boost gets the opener. Alex with the double, but it doesn't spell trouble. It's the late round, 10 seconds. Na'Vi pull it off.
Those last couple of kills, they came in such a flurry. We didn't see them all from the POVs, but it just felt like it fell over.
Well, throughout that, I think Mikaze was keeping Kenzizor busy in middle, right, around short. So there was one player out of the play. Just the fact that they were able to get so much space, right? It's just too sketchy there from Hedrick. That should have been a kill onto Alexi every day of the week.
I wonder how much that wonderful scout tag had him playing a little bit more scared, a bit more cagey. So this was that opening kill. Lovely boost. MPL walks into the fight. And wonderful hit that shot. We missed that one initially. Great catch onto Alex. Under dark. Wonderful with a Deagle switch as well to finish the job.
All right, well, they can get the AWP out at least. A couple of MP9s and a FAMAS. Triple mid smoke. This is B split out the rip, essentially.
Look how quick him is. Yeah, so quick that Kenzizor caught off guard a little by the MP9. Now off kilter. Essential, however, overlooked. You think jump spot's worked out. Bounces his head. Bit. Lovely mechanics on display there. The B side falls. Hedrick's got to save that AWP.
Yeah, I like that poise there from Na'Vi. So Hedrick gets the kill. They know it's there, and then they throw the Yuta before they start leering too far forward. So well handled. And that'll be that. That's 10th round secure.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the way Bit did that jump spot there.
This is really great form from Na'Vi, right? Obviously, people are going to go through and look at the opponents that they played against, but you're not the ones responsible for the draw. You can only play who's in front of you. And again, making light work of FlyQuest. That was 13-2. Sure, they were put through their paces a little bit more so by Imperial.
It's a nice rifle upgrade if you can get your hands on it.
Oh, and going to actually do a little bit of denial right now in terms of damage. Na'Vi are trying to scamper back through short. They've got a little bit of extra time. I don't think Imma's going to be getting away. And he's resided to his fate, but at least Bit and Alexi do. So just 3 more rounds.
Kind of fight you'd have expected the MP9 to kind of win out there.
Just think the pace was so quick, right? And that connector smoke coming in as the 3rd piece, it was on a little bit of a time delay compared to the standard piece of utility, but odds for our official betting partner have completely blown out.
Yeah, practically 10-1, brutal.
Well, this fight's better than the last.
Certainly.
That's where some saves will get you.
Yeah, and that AK-47, wonderful gifted over. Maybe it will have some ramifications.
They're giving over mid-control. They're not trying to fight them at the top mid elbow or the mid-box.
Now NPL's worried about the boost.
You see, Kenzizor, we've actually covered off a couple of his Mirage games, playing to catch them as they jump up bench. So they're letting Na'Vi go through their protocols, take the space, and there's a heavy lean of bodies in middle that could be going into another B split. the AWP is in the wrong place to defend against this. Kenzizor now tucks back in the site. This is unorthodox.
It's rare you see a CT occupy that corner. Oh, Hedrick saw everything. He knows it's going to be B-centric. Kenzizor on high alert.
NPL's here.
Yeah, NPL does manage to use that AK well. Kenzizor now reveals himself in that corner, overlooked by Alexi. Gets a second as well. Amez opened up the avenue towards A, but it's not going to work out. The bomb's on B. Mikaze. Oh, he had to kill Kenzizor. Low HP, but it doesn't matter. He stabilizes, nails the headshot, and that is an AWP kill from Hedrick to secure a 7th for Bait.
Great job from Kenzizor. 3 kills in that round. He's up to 11 kills now.
That's an important round to win, Bait, to keep the conversation alive of a 3rd map.
Yeah, and now we need to take stock of Navi's finances. That only being the 1,400 loss bonus coming through. They can actually just take the full eco and buy into the next, so that's quite nice. Well, not nice that you have to eco, but nice that you don't have to go for the force, then into an eco, then into a buy. Just to see them siphon out util in a round like this, so we can all take a moment.
I mean, Navi, they know what it's like to kind of lose against an eco. Maybe they learn what it's like to win one.
What did FaZe a little bit earlier today with their victory over NIP. From troubled waters to 3-0 in stage 2.
Maybe Carrigan knows what he's talking about.
Getting those reps in. MIBR versus Liquid still rages on the B stream for elimination. We sent home FlyQuest. We're sending home one of those two aforementioned names over the next map or two of Counter-Strike. Then we have 2 more days of play for stage 2 as towards the blender of A they go. Alex gets in-game lead attacks, I would hope. There's 1, 2, oh no, not quite. MPL snatches that and now he's under trouble. The balcony, Pierzon out, does grab his second. So again, a manageable gap.
Yeah.
A bit more creative with the chants here, I'll be honest. I heard some NIP chants earlier today.
We just met a couple of very voiceless NIP fans.
They might be the gentlemen getting away with it. Good turnout. Obviously, it's the weekend. We turn into Monday tomorrow. We go back out with the guns. 3 Galils, excuse me. So obviously U2 heavy. Need to be able to call through the motions. This time, Bait actually want to fight for mid control.
Yeah, they do, and MPL goes swinging through that con smoke. No one home.
Alexi gets out of there. Well, there's always a chance players have still been able to scale past. You didn't get full information if you were Bait. That's why MPL drops that defensive con smoke. Emma will be the late piece of all of this. It's quite tidy with the lurks. It's going to be a 1-3. It's going to be the waterfall out of Palace. Now the problem on the A side is Ascenthiel's weapon. Highlighted here, it's an MP9. So he might be good for the first, but depending on the pathing. Oh, here they come, erupting.
Yeah, okay, ahead of the smokes, and Ascenthiel making that MP9 work. He nearly took down a second onto Bit. Just 20 HP left as Alex gets caught on the edge of the smoke. It's a big find from Wonderful. Yeah, Imma does catch Kenzizor trying to activate to lend a hand on A. This constructed chaos from Na'Vi, effective NPL.
Between the flames.
There's no safe haven for him. The angle not far off on the spam. Doesn't quite manage to find Wonderful, and they will not be finding a 9th round here.
Imma gets a great timing there as they're just starting to scamper over to help the site. Catches the player jumping off a cat, beautiful. As just hoping to hold on to this is Hedrick. You see what I mean about Ascenthiel. Like, it's a good position for 1, and he did exactly what was required of him, but unless your teammates chip in, you're in a world of hurt, as Hedrick is now 2. Gonna lob out the nades to try and keep a hold of this.
They really want him.
Well, Emma's behind him. Using everything, including this Sting, to hold on to this M4. Pretty important save. He can drop an M4 now. That will go into the hands of MPL and everybody else can buy themselves. So actually very valuable. True.
You're right.
Devil Walk won Major.
Yeah.
Nico 0. 12 years today, Devil Walk in the Fnatic jersey. Won the very first CSGO Major back in Jönköping. Dropped his trousers.
He did. That's something you and him have in common.
The big issue I see for BAYT at this juncture is you don't have any loss bonus going forward, right? You're towards the bottom of the barrel. So if you lose this, your next round is only going to come in with 1900 and you're against 12.
So what I'm hearing is that they have to go on a bit of a run here.
Yes. It's going to need to be multiple rounds right now. And sure, obviously with the scoreline, so that's obvious. But just in the sense of to give themselves any opportunities with the weapons in hand, it'll get away from them quick. Okay, this is interesting. Blade's taking a timeout off the back of their timeout.
I figured.
So an extra 30 seconds. And I love it from Blade. He's always very direct. Alexi, it's important. Listen. Right? We've heard from him before. I beg you, right? So
I beg.
Blade wants to be direct. If he's got a point, he needs to get it across.
Always so curious to be able to hear, you know, a full Blade timeout. You get little bits, don't you? But you never get to hear the full shebang.
I think he'll take a lot of it to the grave with him, so you can ask.
He'll be clutching his strap book.
It never leaves his hands. Okay, well, attack timeouts taken back-to-back. Adjustments on adjustments. As they heading towards the A execute now. Kenzie's off. Oh, missed window. Is that intentional to keep players' eyes focused on middle?
I think it might be.
Either way, Kenzie's the joker.
Okay, it says the old too much on his screen. Where's the tracking? There's the double. Kenzie's on a death. They can't match the output of BIT. Strafes into the side. 3K to try and break the spirits, break the hearts of BAYT. They're burning 100-0. Alex gets trapped. A perfect spread. Hendrik in the clutch misses his chance. That was his chance. It would have removed BIT, would have made it a 1v1, would have changed the whole dynamic, but no. One missed opportunity and BIT does not squander his, leaping into the site. The pathing so supreme. Ignores the initial spray, doesn't focus on that one frag, and instead finds all three to break through. You talked about how important this was for conversion for BAYT. I mean, we're going to see just how punished they are as they concede the 12th.
Yeah, whatever they have right now, which is about $300 per player, plus 1,900. So you're talking 5-7s. Not a whole lot to bring into this, and you have to hope that Hedrick's able to open up the account. Alex has the most kills at 16. The bottom end's 11, so it's not like anybody's a slouch.
Alexi, listen, I beg you. You have to miss the window smoke. I'm telling you.
It could very well be, right? This is the thing. I don't like, so we have to run with it.
We have to.
Yeah.
Like, there is a world where that was the call. It did lead to these fights for BIT. And that late arrival there of MPL goes down. The last couple of bullets of the mag, that is impressive. And there's a reason, you know, Kenzie's brings up BIT in the pre-game statements. He admires this player.
They've gone with MP9, so firepower as opposed to utility. They have to take the fight.
In is there for two. Okay, that's kind of it, isn't it?
Yeah, pack this one up.
NAVI, their stage awaits. Stage 3 team playing in Stage 2. That's at least how they feel. That's how they've been categorized. And they've kind of proven it with this comfortable 3-0 run. People talk about best of ones and being unpredictable. Not for NAVI. They sail through those and here in the best of 3, keeping it efficient. Just a 2-map series. Burst from the long-range MP9, finds Alexi. Kenzie's the last piece to fall over, and NAVI have done it.
Yeah, fitting Mikazi, major rookie, first attempt for him for the World Championship, and he's going to book his ticket in Stage 3, joining the likes of Furia, Falcons, Vitality, Mouse, the Mongol, Spirit, G2, Pain, and now FaZe. NAVI joined that mix, and as you mentioned, it was efficient, didn't drop a match.